I'm 35 years old and I've never owned a pair of Jordans until today. Hey, what's going on everyone? My name is Maoli Vodi with financiallypresent.com, your one-stop shop for financial and investment education. And today we are going to talk about how to celebrate some of the small wins along the way during your personal finance journey. Okay, so a little background. I grew up very modest, me and my sisters. So we were born to Ghanaian parents who worked very, very hard. And I've had all types of shoes, okay? So starting with Payless, Kmart, I've had hand-me-down shoes, thrift store, clothes, all of these various things. And at a certain point, when you start to earn some money, you can kind of afford some of the things that you want. So growing up, I made sure that when I did have some money, I'd buy some name brand shoes if I had the opportunity to. And generally it'd be Nike, because there was something about having that check mark that provided this stamp of approval or validation saying that, okay, leave him alone, he's got Nikes now. That type of validation. So if that wasn't good enough, you know, having Payless shoes or just clothing that was just not as luxurious, my parents wanted us to wear uniform at school. So in Ghana, if you went to school, I mean, anyone elementary age all the way up to high school age would wear uniforms. It was required. But I grew up in Hyattsville, Maryland, going to a public school, and our parents made us wear uniforms. And when I say our, it's really just my family. Me and my sisters had to wear uniforms to school. So we were the only kids in the entire school wearing these specific uniforms. My dad would say, hey, you look very nice, you look distinguished, this is unique, everyone will remember you, and they sure did. I mean, I have really good friends that I know still to this day from second grade and fourth grade, one of them being a part of this whole situation with the shoes. They still will joke about me wearing uniforms. So I had to wear a uniform at a school that didn't require it from first grade all the way to fifth grade. Yes. So when we say that I stood out or that people would remember it, they sure did. There was a younger version of me that really cared about the clothes that I wore, but as I progressed and got older, it mattered a lot less. And now that I'm an adult, I really don't care. Any of the clothing that you see me wear or the brands that I may support are just things that I may value, or I keep it very neutral because my character matters more than what I wear. And that's where I've arrived. But I've always liked some relatively decent shoes or nice shoes. So that kind of brings us to where we are today. So on January 7th, 2023, surrounded by a small party of stuffed animals that my kids set up, my wife and kids decided to surprise me just out of sheer celebration of some of the work I've been doing on lately, or the work that I've been doing. And they surprised me with these. For me, I was pretty thrown off. I wasn't expecting this. It's not something I was particularly looking for. And I'm at the point in my life where I wasn't looking to buy Jordans, right? But it is an homage to the lifestyle that I have grown out of. I've attained a certain status where I can afford Jordans now. I work and I can buy these type of things, but when you are in the trenches and you're working so hard, sometimes you keep your head down so much that you don't realize that you could celebrate little things along the way. I'm not necessarily very materialistic either, but maybe for me, the way I would celebrate is gonna be different for you. It could be a pair of shoes, it could be a shirt, it could be some item that you've been keeping your eye on, but every now and then it is necessary to celebrate a little bit or enjoy all of this work that you've been doing. A lot of times we have a goal we have set our sights on, and we forget that there are little wins along the way in between where you are now and the goal. This makes me reflect on the financial baggage that we carry, or some people would even call it financial trauma. Whether you came from money or not, there are things that you carry with you, and it affects how you spend money and how you treat transactions or relationships and things of that nature. It comes out through your spending. Some people were just kind of coached to be able to keep up with the Joneses, and while other people were they're just trying to make it. Whatever you do, you have to find a way to celebrate some of the small wins. I just want to challenge you, and I'm also going to challenge myself to find a way to celebrate things along the way. It's not going to be a new pair of Jordans every month or two or three or four. Who knows? These may very well be the only pair. Not sure yet, but you want to celebrate these wins along the way and make sure that you are not filled or weighed by regret when you make these purchases or you make these concessions to your goal. It doesn't mean that you're completely giving up your goal, but it means that you're taking a moment to reflect, understand where you are financially, and then celebrate that. Look, you work hard for your money, but do you have some money set aside for some leisure or some fun time? So you take care of your needs, you save and you invest, but do you have something set apart that you can have some fun with? I know for me and my family, it might be a date night with my wife or some family time with the kids. We may go out and do some things, but ultimately we make sure that we have something to change up all of this regular hard work that we're going through and just release some of the stresses of life. So what would you spend your money on? What would you spend your fun money on? Let me know in the comments below. If you struggle with calculating your disposable income, you know, the money that's left over from spending and investing and savings, you know, that disposable income is what you use for fun. But if you struggle with how to calculate that, click on the caption below and you'll find my budget spreadsheet that's free of charge. Feel free to use that so that you can keep track of those things and have some fun. If you like this video, go ahead, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new to the page, and turn on notifications so that you don't miss out on future content. And until next time, stay present.